So we're doing the same thing that we did up here with multiplying their exponents, except for we have to do it with the numerator and the denominator. You can't forget one, all right? You got to make sure you do it with both. Okay. Questions. If you have a question at this point, you should raise your hand or ask the person next to you really quickly so that you're ready for the next part. All right, the next part is the power of a product rule. All right, so this is where we've got two things that are being multiplied together, but we're taking it to a power. All right, so we've got 2b to the second to the second. Now, a lot of people, when they write this out, would say, all right, b to the second, that is b to the fourth. And then they just put the 2 in front. So I want to make sure that you don't write that like that and that we talk about how this works. So 2b to the second is really 2b to the second times 2b to the second, right? Which is the same thing as 2bb times 2bb. And how many b's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We already knew that we were going to have 4, right? Here's the thing, though. A lot of people just want to add these two numbers together here because they're like, oh, well, we just add their exponents or we just multiply these two together. In this case, it actually works out because we have 2 and 2. All right? But 2 times 2 is 4. Let's do one that doesn't have a 2, though. All right? So 5a squared b all to the third. So let's write this out as 5a squared b times 5a squared b times 5a squared b. And now we can just write this out in expanded form. So we got 5a a b, 5a a b, 5a a b. And we've got all those now. So now let's just figure out what we got here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a's. So that's a to the 6. We've got 1, 2, 3 b's. So that's b to the third. And we've got 1, 2, 3 5's. So that's 15, right? No, it's not 15. 5 times 5 times 5 is not 15. 5 plus 5 plus 5 would be 15. So 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 is 125. So each of these things in here you have to take to the third power. And then again, you are basically just using the power of a power rule, right? But you got to do it with all of the terms in the parentheses. Right, and the b here, I know the b is a little tricky because you're like, well, b doesn't have an exponent, right? Well, I just want to remind you that whenever you have a number or a variable that doesn't have an exponent, you really have it to the first power. All right, we just don't write that 1 in. Right? So there'd be 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, and then we simplify the 5 to the third as 125. All right, last one that we're going to do together real quick is 3x squared y cubed z, all to the second power. So I'm going to write that out. So 3x squared y cubed z, and then that's 3x squared y cubed z. All right, so we've only got 2 of them. I can put them in parentheses, or I can just put a dot between them so I can see that I've got the 2 there. And now I'm going to write them out in expanded form. So I've got 3x y, y, z. And then I've got 3x y, y, z. All right? And then I can just simplify it. 3 times 3 is 9. Now, a lot of people still want to put that 6 there because they're like, oh, we'll just multiply the 3 to the by 2. And you don't multiply the 3 by 2, you multiply the 3's exponent by 2. And 3 to the second power is 9. So we take the x's, 2x's, so that's 4x's, so that's x to the fourth. Y's, we got 3, 6, so that'd be y to the 6. And z's, we have 2 of them. So 9x to the fourth, y to the 6th, z squared. Okay? Go ahead and go to the 3.3 and you can do some practice. Go to 3.2 and you can do some practice. Go to 3.1 and you can do some practice. So anywhere where you need practice, if you're good on 3.1 and 3.2, then I'd start with 3.3. All right. You can check out the check for understandings, and make sure that you understand them. Right? If you have questions, please make sure that you let me know, and good luck.